Hi, my name is Jack Pryor. I represent Newton Citizens for Local Representation, the ballot committee seeking a no vote on the charter on November 7th in Newton. I think there's three key things that are reasons to vote no on November 7th. First is one of balance. The yes proponents say that they're proposing a diverse council. Today we have a balanced council. We have 3 councilors in each ward, 8 wards, 1 elected locally, 2 elected citywide. The proposal has 8 ward residents, not representatives, but 8 ward residents retained. And then 4 that can be elected from any part of the city. And there's a likelihood that they'll end up in one or another portion of the city or aligned around one particular special interest. And that's not the balance we have today. Second, we're losing our local representation. We do retain residents, but we don't retain representatives. The ward is, each ward in Newton is about 10,000 residents, a few thousand voters. Those councilors are focused on their accountability and the representation of the voters in those wards. Each resident essentially gets 3 votes on the city council. They get their ward councilor, and in addition they get a slice of the other 16 at-large councilors. So Mark Laredo represents me, Ruth Ann Fuller represents me, Scott Lennon represents me. I'm not represented per se by my ward elected councilors. So that's a representation issue. The third issue is accessibility. What are the exciting races in the city today? There's several of them, we hear some of them today, but really it's the ward elected council races in Ward 6 and Ward 4 that are interesting. They're being fought door to door with face-to-face interaction between candidates and voters, and I trust that those voters are going to give themselves and the city the right candidates for the best interests of the city. I don't need to vote in those elections. So I'm a data person, some data around this. This is not a best practice. There's not one 12-member council in the state of Massachusetts that uses this composition. There's none that are 12. Most cities have 6 or more ward elected councilors. Newton has 8, that's not unusual. Most cities have 4 or less at-large councilors. The proposal is 12, which would give us more at-large citywide elected councilors than any city in the state. If you look at all the communities in Massachusetts, there's 351 cities and towns, only 10 elect their legislators entirely at-large. One of them is Lowell, where they have a 49% minority population and a 100% white city council concentrated in the richer part of the city. Now, we're not Lowell, we're different, but we do have a lot of socioeconomic diversity in the city. If you've like me, have gotten involved in putting lawn signs across the city, very different households, very different real estate across the city. Each village has different needs. We are one city in many ways, but each city has diverse needs. So that's some of the data, the 3 reasons: balance, access to office, and representation. And vote no on November 7th. Thank you.